What's up, comic and pop culture fans? This is James with Minhunter Comics, and I took a break from the Super Bowl to talk about something way less boring, comic books. So I'm sitting here preparing my next submission out for CGC, and I started thinking, you know what? I don't think I've ever shared my wish list with you guys. So I compiled a list ranking from cheapest to most expensive, a list of my most sought after 9.8s, and I'm ranking them from 60 bucks all the way to $100,000. We're not dipping into ridiculous unicorn territory like an Amazing Fantasy 15 because there are no 9.8s of Spider-Man's first appearance. I really am sticking with somewhat attainable comics, and if one day I start making real money somehow, it would be kind of cool to go after some of these. It's worth noting my list is going to probably look a little bit different than yours, meaning mine is very Green Lantern and Batman heavy. Fair warning. Before we get started, write down below in the comments your favorite 9.8, not 9.6, not 9.4. What is your favorite 9.8 that you either own, want to own, or maybe even want to submit and obtain yourself from CGC? Oh, and don't forget to hit that like button. Thank you. Alright, let's start it off with the cheapest one on my list, Captain America 25, The Death of Captain America. Classic cover, you can get this for $60. Next up, Spider-Man 24. Not the first appearance of Doppelganger, but one that people kind of associate as being the first appearance, even though it's not. 80 bucks. Daredevil 200. Classic Daredevil beats Bullseye cover. 90 bucks. Very affordable. Green Lantern number 20. First Jessica Cruz in a cameo and the final issue from the fantastic Jeff Johns Green Lantern run. 110 bucks. Shadow of the Bat number 1, first appearance of Victor Zsasz. I've never owned this. I've passed on it many times when unfortunately the book was a lot cheaper. Now it's up to 115 bucks. Crisis on Infinite Earths number 7. This is the death of Supergirl and the origin of the Anti-Monitor, who is a favorite character of mine, and that's going to run you $120. Here's a book that I've had 3 times, and I've sold it all in a bundle years ago, which was really stupid. Sword of Azrael, number 1, first appearance of Azrael, goes for $125. Wolverine, 66. This is on most people's list, and it is still very affordable. This is the first Old Man Logan, goes for 125 bucks. Very affordable. Tales of Green Lantern Corps, number 2, first appearance of Necron. This is a total sleeper hit. Most people don't know this. Necron is that big bad in the Blackest Night arc. Really underrated character, and you know his book only goes for 125 bucks in the 9.8, so it's still obtainable. Justice League 50, Jessica Cruz becoming the Green Lantern, 130 bucks. Batman and Robin Adventures Sub-Zero one-shot. This is truly a me-only book. I don't think any other people know about this, but it would complete my Batman and Robin Adventures run, $130. Superman Adventures number 5. This is the animated series comics. This is the first appearance of Livewire, a character that is introduced in the animated format. Pretty cool. $135. Superboy number 9, the first full appearance of King Shark. Remember his first cameos in Superboy Zero. Goes for $135. Green Lantern, 48. The first appearance of Kyle Rayner. Another book I have owned, it goes for $135, although I would love a DC Universe logo variant, which would enter the $400 range, believe it or not. Spawn number 1, never owned it, 150 bucks. Avengers 223, this is a classic cover where Hawkeye is shooting Ant-Man on his arrow. Believe it or not, this is under $200 at 160 bucks. You can still get this. Batman 567, first appearance of Cassandra Cain, Batgirl / Orphan. I hate how cold this book has gotten. I remember this used to be a $400 9.8. It is now only $165. Saga of Swamp Thing 34, classic, beautiful cover. Solely for the art alone, $165. Flash 197, first modern appearance and origin of Zoom, 180 bucks. Secret Society of Supervillains number 1, the first Secret Society of Supervillains. Why is this only $190? I don't know. This is another one that's completely slept on. Awesome. Same thing with this upcoming one, DC Comics Presents 87, the first appearance of Superboy Prime, the big bad, one of the most powerful enemies in all of DC Comics, or just comics in general. Terribly underrated, $190. Daredevil, $181. The Death of Elektra, we got $195. Really affordable. Justice League 31, the first full appearance of Jessica Cruz, $200. Up next, Black Canary, Oracle, Birds of Prey #1. This is the first appearance of them all together as the new Birds of Prey, $225. Captain America 6, this is Bucky as the Winter Soldier, only goes for $230. Looks like a movie poster, super awesome. Amazing Spider-Man 212, this is the first appearance of Hydro Man, and it's kind of a quiet 9.8, goes for $250, pretty affordable for an earlier appearance like that, not bad. Green Lantern 201, first appearance of Kilowog, you know I'm going to pick that up, I got one going to CGC soon, $250. Alias #1, first appearance of Jessica Jones, $255. I have still yet to see season 2 of that. Green Lantern #25. This is the first appearance of like everybody. Atrocitus, Saint Walker, Larfleeze, you name it. Weirdly, that's only a 265 book still. Not bad. This next one I want so bad. I keep searching eBay and there's like 12 9.6s, but no 9.8s that I've found yet. This is DC Comics Presents #27, first appearance of Mongol, one of my favorite villains. Tales of Teen Titans 44. This is the first Nightwing. I've never owned it. I do have one going out. This is a book that's gotten kind of cold. It's only $325. The Boys, #1. One of the best TV shows to come out of the last 5 years. Its first issue goes for $340. Detective Comics 474. This is that amazing Deadshot cover. It's not a first appearance or anything, but it's just an awesome, beautiful cover. And that's going to run you $360. Young Avengers #1. Aside from many things going on in this issue, it's the first appearance of Kate Bishop. Goes for $370. Spectacular Spider-Man 101. This awesome classic black suit cover, $400 on the dot. San Diego Comic-Con Comics #2, which is the first full appearance of Hellboy. And that's going to run you $420. Blaze it. Century #1, first appearance of Century. Also going to run you $420. #Blaze it. Batman 655, a book I've owned, but I want the variant, which is the first cameo of Damian Wayne. This one goes for $430. Batman, Harley Quinn, the one-shot, and it's also her first canon appearance in DC Comics. That's going to run you $430, and that's a book that actually goes from hot to cold. It's a little cold right now. Wolverine #1, the classic cover, goes for $450. Walking Dead #19, that first appearance of Michonne, you know I want to be picking that up, $450. Saga #1, also $450. But by the way, guys, if you haven't read that, you're going to really want to do that. Pick up the trades, do what you can. Batman 321 goes for $465 in a 9.8. I actually tried to submit this once, but it had writing in the book, and it really affected my grade, so I certainly did not get a 9.8. Spectacular Spider-Man 64, first Cloak and Dagger, that's going to run you $480. Secret Wars #8, first symbiote suit. We are now in the 500s, right at $500. Symbiote eventually becomes Venom, as you know. Black Panther #2, first appearance of Shuri. This is going to go for $525. Here's a book that's gotten a little colder, relatively speaking. Teen Titans #12, first Batman Who Laughs. Great comic, I've never owned it, never thought about owning it because it's so expensive, but now that it's getting a little cold, I might want to pick it up. $530. Wonder Woman 72, a classic Brian Boland cover. I'd be getting this for the art alone, and I'm cool with that. $550. You want to talk about cold books? Shazam #1, first Shazam in DC Comics, and it's only going for $560 as a 9.8. Crazy. Venom Lethal Protector #1, the gold edition, the only one I ever want to own. and that is going for $580. X-Men 134, classic Dark Phoenix cover, little underrated, $600. X-Men 141, one of my favorite comic book covers of all time. I know it's an important issue, but I'd be getting it for the art alone. Days of Future Past, $625. Hulk 271, first appearance of Rocket. That is going for $680. Not bad. Watchmen #1, first appearance of everybody. Rorschach, comedian, Ozymandias, everybody. $700. Iron Man 128. This is only $700, and I feel like that's a good deal for the book that this is. That's that classic alcoholic Tony Stark cover. I want that so much. Iron Man, just did that one. Marvel Team Up 141. This ties for the first appearance of the black costume. That goes for $700. DC Comics presents #26, first appearance of the new Teen Titans. So you got Cyborg, Raven, Starfire, all that. Kind of a dumb looking cover, but it is going to run you $750. Detective Comics 476. This is the classic Jokerized Batman smiling cover, $750. Hulk 340, classic Todd McFarlane art, also $750. Getting pretty expensive here. Here's a book that got hot recently, What If, #105. First appearance of Spider-Girl, $760. Wow, this book has grown. Amazing Spider-Man 136. This is a good deal here, $840. Still very expensive, but for what this book is and how old it is, that's pretty sweet. First, Harry Osborn as the Green Goblin. Marvel Premiere #47. This is the first Scott Lang as Ant-Man. 840 books. I adore the Ant-Man movies, especially Ant-Man and the Wasp. I think it's terribly underrated, so I would love to get this in the collection. The Amazing Spider-Man 569. This is the second printing, obviously, the one with actual Anti-Venom on the cover. First appearance of Anti-Venom, $850 for a newer book. Wow. Amazing Spider-Man 210, first appearance of Madam Web, also is going to run you $850. Joker #1, the 70s one. This is his first solo series. That is a $930 book. Swamp Thing #7, the first meeting of Swamp Thing and Batman. That is $950. Detective Comics 475. This is the first Laughing Fish cover, where Joker's got like his fish that are with the smiles on the faces. Also going for $950. Very nice, very clean. Ms. Marvel #1, first Carol Danvers as Ms. Marvel, 1,000. We are now in the 4-digit range here. Richard Dragon Kung Fu Fighter #5, first appearance of Lady Shiva, one of my favorite Batman villains, $1,000. Batman 423, $1,000. I submitted my newsstand of this. It didn't get the 9.8, but I was still pretty happy with the grade. $1,000. DC Comics presents 47. This is the first He-Man in comics. You can see him on the cover with Castle Grayskull in the background. He's up against Superman. $1,050. Nova #1, first appearance of Nova, going for $1,100. I got one en route to CGC right now. Wish me luck. Avengers 196. I got another one, but it's not going to get the 9.8. If you want a 9.8, it's going to be $1,200. First appearance of Taskmaster. Detective Comics 457. First Leslie Tompkins and classic Batman cover. I actually think this is a very affordable, relatively comic based on its black spine. $1,250. Saga of Swamp Thing 37. Right now, this is the first appearance of Constantine. Right now it's going for $1,350, but I think it's even rising even higher. Gotta get it soon. Green Lantern 85. This is the classic Speedy Green Arrow's partner being on drugs issue. Also going for $1,350. Daredevil 168. First appearance of Elektra is going to run you $1.5K. But it's the first appearance of Elektra. Come on. Conan the Barbarian #24. This is the first full appearance of Red Sonja, and that is going to run you also $1,500. Strange Tales 180 is the first appearance of Gamora. Her 9.8s go for $1,550. Getting expensive here, guys. All-Star Comics 58, first appearance of Power Girl. Don't love the character, but I certainly love elements of her. $1,600. Eternals #1, first appearance of Eternals, and this might go up, but right now it's $1,600. New Mutants 98, I Want the Newsstand cover. First appearance of Deadpool, Gideon, all that. $1,650. That is a book constantly on the rise. Amazing Spider-Man 138, first Hobgoblin, $1,750. Make sure when you submit it that you make sure that tattoo is in the comic. Fear #19, first appearance of Howard the Duck. I was surprised how expensive this is. $1,850. Pretty tall order right there. Clone Wars #1. I can't believe how much. Well, I guess I can believe. This is $1,900. First appearance of Ahsoka Tano. With all the Star Wars hype, this just keeps getting harder and harder to obtain. What can I say? Invincible #1. First Invincible. $1,950. And welcome to the 2000s. Walking Dead #1 is going to take us there. First appearance of Rick Grimes, Morgan, Carl, everybody. Actually, is Carl in that? I don't remember. $2,000. New Gods #1. First appearance of the New Gods. $2,350. Conan the Barbarian #23. This is the first cameo of Red Sonja, and that's going to run you $2,360. Yikes. Batman Adventures #12. First comic book appearance of Harley Quinn. This used to be like a $1,500 book. It is now a $2,400 book, and I don't think this will ever get cold. Daredevil #131, first appearance of Bullseye. How is this the same price as Harley Quinn? That's crazy. $2,400. That's crazy to me, but okay. I would prefer to get, honestly, the Daredevil 131. Batman 244, my favorite Batman cover of all time. Classic Ra's al Ghul cover, $2,500. Very nice. Iron Fist 14, first appearance of Sabretooth, $2,600 for a 9.8. Tomb of Dracula #1, first appearance of Dracula in Marvel Comics, $2,600. Swamp Thing #1, not the first appearance of Swamp Thing. Surprised how much money this was, $2,650. I guess it's because it's such a great cover. Batman 241, we got a classic cover here, coming in at $2,900. Mr. Miracle #4, this is the first appearance of Big Barda. Due to its notoriety, but also how old it is, this is a $3,600 book. Yeah. Marvel Premiere 15, first appearance of Iron Fist, $3,700. Amazing Spider-Man 122, which is Green Goblin's death, $3,800. Love that, love the cover. Mr. Miracle #1, definitely want this one, $3,900. Yikes. But it is the first appearance of Mr. Miracle. X-Men 101, First Phoenix, $4,300. We're getting into the big boy leagues here, guys. Strange Tales 169, First Brother Voodoo, $4,800. I do have one, but it's like a 7.5. Special Marvel Edition #15, which is the first appearance of Shang-Chi. Just under $5,000 at $4,950. Amazing Spider-Man 300. Is it overrated? Absolutely. Yes, but it does come in at $5,000. I would love it one day. I would. Batman 232, first appearance of Ra's al Ghul. A huge must-have book for me, going for $5,100. Fantastic Four 112 is going for $5,200. The Demon #1, first appearance of Etrigan the Demon, is going to run you $5,300. Detective Comics 400 is the first appearance of Man-Bat, and that's going to run you $5,750. Ghost Rider #1, not his first appearance, the first solo series, $5,800 for a 9.8. That's a tough one, a scarce one. Iron Man 55. First appearance of Thanos, Drax, and a few other notables. $6,000. And I actually think that's a little bit light, believe it or not. Batman 234, the first Silver Age appearance of Two-Face, an all-around awesome cover. That is a $6,400 book. Whoa. And you know what? I actually have one that I think might get in the 9s. It's not a 9.8, but pretty close. Green Lantern 87, first appearance of John Stewart, the third Green Lantern. $6,500. All-Star Western number 10, first appearance of Jonah Hex. $6,750 for a 9.8. Here's a more rare one. Bone number 1, first appearance of Bone. $7,500. Yikes. Detective Comics 411. Interestingly, this is more expensive than Roz. This is the first appearance of Talia al Ghul, and probably because there's so much less of it, but it goes for $9,000, guys. Whoa. Marvel Premiere number 1, first appearance of Adam Warlock. This one's going for $9,250. Yikes. Batman 251. I will own this book one day in a 9.8, I vow. It is a $10,000 book. You can buy. You've been able to buy cars with some of these already, but man, that's a big one. Green Lantern 59, first appearance of Guy Gardner, $10,000. Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen, 134, our first appearance of Darkseid, also $10,100. Hulk 180, the first cameo appearance of Wolverine, has climbed all the way up to being an $11,000 9.8. Yikes. Tomb of Dracula number 10, first appearance of Blade, $11,500. I would love to have that. Man, these are getting expensive. Amazing Spider-Man 101, which is the first appearance of Morbius, goes for, oh, actually this is going down a bit. I should have had this earlier on. $13,000. Very nice. You can actually find some 9.8s of that. Amazing Spider-Man 129, $15,000. If you don't know, that's the first appearance of Punisher. Giant Size X-Men. First new X-Men, really. You know, Colossus, I think Storm, Nightcrawler? Ooh, I forget. $17,500. And that's not even from the 50s. This is a 70s book. Craziness. X-Men 94, the first new X-Men team on the X-Men title, goes for $18,200. Surprising. Batman 227, a classic, hard to find in this grade comic, goes for $20,000. Here you can buy a new car off the lot, right? Straight up. All right. Avengers number 8, first appearance of Kang the Conqueror. This is going to run you $21,000. Batman 189, the first Silver appearance of Scarecrow. Silver Age appearance of Scarecrow. And that is a $22,000 comic. Wow. Silver Surfer number 4. This is Silver Surfer meets Thor. Iconic cover here. Very hard because of its spine. This is going to run you $23,000 for a 9.8. Hero for Hire number 1, and what I think is one of the greatest first appearance covers of all time. $24,000. There's not many 9.8s because of the spine here as well, plus the age. Avengers 57, first Silver Age, but really first appearance of Vision. $30,000. It is a 1960s book, making that a lot harder. But still attainable. Werewolf by Night, number 32. First appearance of Moon Knight, going for $38,000. Holy smokes. Okay, Green Lantern 76 is the first Bronze Age issue. It's a classic cover, but it also marks the start of a new era. That is a $39,000 book. Wow. Hulk 181. First appearance of Wolverine goes for $43,000. Brave and the Bold, number 54, is the first appearance of Teen Titans. This is a 60s book. This is old, but you can find it in the 9.8. $44,000. Ooh. Fantastic Four 48. First Silver Surfer and Galactus cover is going for $45,000. Yikes. But a beautiful cover. That one's actually totally worth it. Actually, they all are. Otherwise, they wouldn't be on the list. House of Secrets 92. First appearance of Swamp Thing. $50K. Just $50,000. And I believe that. It's a tough book. Marvel Spotlight number 5. This now is the first appearance of Ghost Rider, and good luck. A lot of these covers now have black spines. They're really hard to get that nice high grade. $54,000. Good luck. Fantastic Four number 49. Here we go. The full appearance of Galactus, and one of the greatest comic book covers of all time. That is unfortunately $58,000. So yikes. Amazing Spider-Man Annual number 1 is the first appearance of the Sinister Six, and while very difficult, there are some 9/8s out there. $60,000. Last 3, Amazing Spider-Man number 50, first appearance of Kingpin. A 9.8 of this awesome red cover goes for $78,000. Holy smokes. That's a kid's college fund. Amazing Spider-Man 13, first appearance of Mysterio. $88,000. Oh, boy. Really hate that happens to be one of my favorite Spider-Man villains. That's really inconvenient. And last but not least, here's a book that 10 years ago you could get for $18,000. Batman 181, the first appearance of Poison Ivy. $100,000. I told you I'm not going over $100,000 because that just gets into unicorn land, essentially impossible to obtain comics. But that's the list. That's the wish list. If I could get maybe half of these by the time I'm 90, that would be a pretty good life. I don't know. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments. What is on your list that's not on mine? What's on your list that is on mine? Let me know your favorite 9.8 or anything you want one day. It can be a $50 book, a $20 9.8. It can be a $10,000 9.8. Whatever. This is why we're in the game, guys. And some of us pour a lot of time and energy into collecting here. I know I do. I hope you enjoyed this list here. It was a pleasure making this. It was fun looking up all these ridiculous costs here. But, I guess I'll have to talk to you in 50 years. Anyway, guys, keep on collecting.